Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Saya Sri Rizal. Di sini saya akan melanjutkan praktikum ethical hacker yaitu di 6.12.13 Use the OWASP Web Security Testing Guide. Objective, there is two objective. One is investigate WSTG, dan part 2 nya itu ada scan website and investigate vulnerability reference. There is a background scenario and recorded resource. Instruction part 1, investigate the WSTG, explore the OWASP WSTG project site, WSTG, navigate to the OWASP web security test guide. Here, what is the purpose of the OWASP web security testing guide? Ini it is didesain untuk membuat guide dari testing security web application, menjelaskan tentang teknik, metode, tools, resource untuk tes dari beberapa web aplikasi web yang biasa menjadi security issues, yang ada security issuesnya, dan memberikan framework dari best practice. Klik the release version. Click the most recent version and review the table of content. How to click? So review the content. Click and review the forward by Owen Carey. According to Mr. Carey, who is the initially responsibility for application security, perhaps the most important and the problematic rise for the open. What testing guide has an important role to play solving this. You can build a secure application with performance security. Tadi apa pertanyaannya? Initially responsibility for application security. For an break, it simply seems impossible to state more. We can hack ourselves securely. Testing guide, maybe. Initially responsible application ourselves. I don't know. Developers, of course. I return the table of content of the select introduction. Security testing should be included with space of the software development cycle. Should be included in which space? ini software development cycle. And maintain, maybe. Oh, which phases? Saya pikir pilih salah satu fase untuk yang security testing. Ternyata ini semua define, testing, develop, deploy, dan maintain. What three factors should be tested in an effective? Nih, people, process, teknologi. What for testing technical four. Ini manual inspection, testing technique, threat modeling, ini definitionnya. So, manual inspection and reviews. Manual inspection are human reviews that typically test the security implication of people, policies, and process. Manual inspection can also include inspection of technology decision, such as architectural design, and they are usually conducted by analyzing documentation of performing interviews with the designer or system owners. Jadi kita bakal ambil ini. Advantage-nya ini requires no supporting, ini ya kelebihannya ya. Requires no supporting technology, can be applied of variety of situation, flexible, promote teamwork, and early in SDLC. Ini kekurangannya itu can be time consume, memakan waktu, supporting material not always available, materialnya nggak selalu ada, requires significant human to and skill to be effective. Dia butuh kekuatan pikiran dan skill dari manusia untuk lebih jadi efektif. Ini threat modeling. Threat modeling has become a popular technique to help system designer think about the security threats and their system and application might face. Therefore, threat modeling can be seen as risk assessment for application. It enables the designer to develop mitigation strategies for potential or vulnerabilities and help them focus their inevitably limited resource and attention on the parts of the system that most require it. It is recommended that all applications have a threat model developed and documented. Threat models should be created as early possible in SDLC and should be revisited as the application evolves and development progresses. Modeling ini jadi populer teknik yang membantu desainer itu memikirkan tentang security threat di sistem dan aplikasi mereka. Bukan ini. Ini. Harusnya ini sih. Ini develop a threat model, we recommend taking a simple approach that follows NIST 830 standard for risk assessment. This approach involves decomposing the application, gunain proses manual inspeksi untuk memahami bagaimana aplikasinya itu bekerja dan asetnya, kegunaannya, dan juga konektivitasnya. Lalu classifying the assets, klasifikasi asetnya itu tangible ataupun intangible, dan juga rank atau mengurutkan mereka sesuai dengan kepentingan bisnis. Lalu selanjutnya itu exploring potential vulnerability, entah itu technical, operasional ataupun manajerial. Lalu yang keempat itu ada exploring potential threats, mendevelop potential attack, kemungkinan penyerangan dari attacker perspektif, gunain threat scenarios or attack trees. Lalu yang terakhir itu creating mitigation strategies, itu membuat mitigating control setiap threat itu bakal menjadi nyata gitu. Kalau misalnya menjadi nyata, gimana kita bakal membuat mitigasinya. The advantage itu kelebihannya itu practical attacker view of the system, flexible, early in SDLC. Kekurangannya itu good threat model itu nggak bakal good threat model itu bukan berarti software itu berarti bagus, gitu aja sih. Nah selanjutnya itu source code review. Source code review is the process of manually checking the source code of web application for security issues. Many serious security vulnerability cannot be detected with any other form or analysis or testing. As the popular saying goes, if you want to know what's really going on, you go straight to the source. Almost all security experts agree that there is no substitute for actually looking at the code. All the information for identifying security problems is there in the code somewhere. Unlike testing closed software such as operating system, when testing web application, especially if they have been developed in-house, the source should be made available for testing purpose. Jadi source code review ini proses yang dimana kita tuh ngecek source code-nya langsung dari web aplikasi untuk security issue. Banyak security vulnerability penyerangan yang nggak bisa didetek oleh dari analisis ataupun testing. Nah, banyak orang yang bilang bakal kalau misalnya kamu mau tahu apa yang benar-benar terjadi, coba masuk ke dalam source-nya. Banyak security expert itu paham bahwa nggak ada no substitute for actually looking at the code. Informasi dari mengidentifikasi security problem itu bakalan ada di kode ya dimanapun. Di sini ada kelebihannya yaitu completeness and effectiveness, akurasi dan juga cepat. Disadvantage yaitu kekurangannya itu butuh skill yang tinggi dari security aware ya, karena kita masuk ke kodenya kita butuh security yang tinggi. Can miss issues in compiled libraries, cannot detect runtime errors easily. The source code actually deployed might differ from the one being analyzed. Kita bakalan bisa. terakhir berarti penetration testing ya. Penetration testing has been common technique is to test network security for decades. It also commonly known as a black box testing or ethical hacking. Penetration testing is essentially the art of testing a system or application remotely to find security vulnerabilities without knowing the inner workings of the target itself. Uh, Typically, the penetration test team is able to access an application as if they were users. The tester acts like an attacker and attempt to find the exploit vulnerability. And in many case, the faster tester, the tester will be given one or more valid accounts of on the system. Jadi penetration testing ini teknik yang biasa dipakai untuk network security selama beberapa dekade. Ini juga biasa dikenal dengan black box testing ataupun ethical hacking. Penetration testing itu esensial dari art of testing, yang dimana tipikalnya itu penetration testing itu bekerja di able to access penetration testing itu bisa akses ke aplikasi jika mereka itu sebagai user, dan the tester itu bakal berlaku sebagai attacker, penyerang, dan mencoba untuk mencari bagian mana yang mungkin bisa bagian yang mana yang bisa diserang. So di sini ada kelebihannya itu can be fast and therefore cheap, requires a relatively lower skill set than source code review. The test code that is actually being exposed to let in the SDLC and front impact testing only. Jadi kelebihan itu bisa jadi cepat, nggak terlalu butuh high skill seperti source code review. Lalu tes code-nya itu benar-benar ke expose, benar-benar ditampilin bagaimana yang mungkin ada exploit vulnerability. Lalu disadvantage kekurangannya itu lebih lambat di SDLC dan juga cuman front impact testing only. Return table of content. Kita balik ke table of content. Dan according to the framework, OWASP testing framework, kita masuk ke OWASP. The framework are a path in which testing activities shall take place. Ini ya. Before development, during definition and design, during development, during deployment, during maintenance and operation, return table of contents, select web application testing. Web application testing. what are the 12 categories of active testing described in the guide. Ini. Jadi sebelum active testing itu bakal gunain metodologi yang bakal dijelasin di bawah follow section ini. Nih dibagi menjadi 12. Ada information gathering, configuration and deployment management testing, identify management testing, authentication testing, authorization testing, session management testing, input validation testing, error handling, cryptography, business logic testing, client side testing, API testing. Kita ambil dulu. Kita masuk ke sini. Return the table of content ke reporting. Reporting. Nah, reporting. Nah, ini. So the final report should be targeted to two group stakeholders. The final product is the product as well written information for the purpose should be easy to understand so there are to both executive management and technical staff. Scan a website, investigate, open Zap and start scanning target review. Needed search for Zap. Kita bakal buka Zap. Navigate search for Zap scanner. Kali kita bakal cari Zap di sini. Zap. Click the topmost radio button and to proceed the session. This means that you can return to the session at the later time. Radio. Kita coba translate apa nih? Tunggu radio. result main window. In the URL tag field. Okay. Automated scan. Cara automated scan. Okay. Jika sudah, kita klik attack button. That gives web spider crawl to the URL, identify resource that are available there. If then it then will apply vulnerability scans and to its resource. Investigate the result. Select alerts tab. Alert. How many alerts were returned? 12. Look at the click remote code execution CVE 2012. What is source of this vulnerability? Source. Yeah. Yeah. Ini sampai ke version. How can this vulnerability be exploited? PHP can be injected into a PHP query string. This code will execute the PHP exec. Oh, jadi kenapa bisa dieksploit di vulnerability ini? Karena PHP code itu bisa diinjek gunain PHP query string. Kodenya itu bakal dieksekut gunain PHP exec. Scroll ke bawah sampai attack vulnerability. Note the WSTG key and value, click the value and use Ctrl+C keys to copy the URL. Tadi apa tadi? Paste key and value. Key and value. Ini referensi bukan terus ini key and value, kita klik karena value. Jadi di testing for command injection WSTG ini describe menjelaskan tentang bagaimana tes application di operating system command injection. Tester itu bakal coba inject dengan command through and HTTP request to the application. As command injection is a technique used via web interface in order to execute OS command on web server. User juga mensupply operating system command menembus dari web interface in order to execute OS command. In web interface that is not properly sanitized is subject to this exploit with the ability of to execute OS command. The user can upload malicious program or even obtain password. OS command injection is preventable and security is emphasized during the design and development of application. Jadi ini seperti solusinya atau penjelasannya dari penyerangan tadi. Mungkin sudah sampai akhir. Saya akhiri untuk lab 6, 12, 13 ini. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.